guys, and welcome back to a new video. And oh boy, this one took a while to make. This took me more than 200 hours of just building and gathering. That's not even counting the creative planning. This is part 2 of this video. If you haven't seen part 1, go check it out. Link is in the description. But a quick recap, we burned down the forest and built a harbor, and that's really about it. Anyways, let's dive into the video. Okay, so the harbor is looking fancy, but it's time to move on to other stuff. I already did some creative planning because I wasn't sure how I wanted this to look. I like to plan things out because I don't want to feel like I wasted time when I finish projects and think, wow, this is ugly. I don't know, I don't think creative planning takes away how cool the build is in hardcore, but that could just be me. I don't know why I'm ranting about creative planning. I don't really need to gather any materials for this part because I pretty much have everything here already. It's mainly just stone, grass and dirt, and since I destroyed that pretty big hill for my harbor, I definitely have enough of that. Okay, let's just get started on this. It's not a lot of work, I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was still a lot of work, but it wasn't that bad. So for the creative planning of the landscape, I didn't want to change it too much, since the biome looks fine anyway. The things I did change, I used World Edit 4 and made a brush with sand, and just let the sand fall into the right places to give it a somewhat natural look. I used a pretty old tutorial on landscaping with the World Edit from Craft, so basically what he said is make the shape of the mountains etc. with sand, and then turn all the sand into grass blocks, wait a bit so that the blocks not on the surface turn into dirt, and then turn the dirt into stone, and there you go, the landscape is there. I have no idea if I explained that right, by the way, but yeah, it is really easy. One of my favorite parts of this biome, which is something I really badly wanted to create, was this part here. When everything is done, it will look cool, don't worry. Okay, so we are done with the landscaping, I guess. Does building trees count as landscaping? I don't even know. Anyway, there are a few things I want to do before I add trees and everything, and that is some ruins and a few houses on top of there. The ruins for, lore reasons, yeah? Do I know what the lore is? No. No, I don't. Let's just get started on the houses first. I already got the materials for that, so let's go. So for the houses, I went for a somewhat different style than my usual build style. First time actually using bricks and granite, so that's fun. Well, I mean, I used bricks before for like chimneys and fireplaces, but that doesn't really count, I guess. I also used some jungle wood and of course some spruce. As for the roof, I just used the same shape as I normally do. And for the bridge, I used spruce slabs, campfires and spruce trapdoors to give it a bit of an unstable look, and to be fair, it's the best hanging bridge I made so far. To be fair, it's also pretty much the only like hanging bridge in this world, but that's fine. Well, this is done now. Forest watchers live here, cause lore. I still don't know the lore, but I'm just rolling with it. So for more lore reasons, I'm gonna start making 5 ruins with flames, cause yes, lore. I don't need a reason, just say lore, easy. I need quartz for this and a little bit of blue concrete, which I have somewhere laying around, you know, the leftovers from the end build. And I need some blue glass and light blue glass, which I also still have somewhere. Most things I already have, I just need quartz, I think. Yeah, just quartz. Alright, we got the quartz. I don't need that much, so let's just go build. In case it wasn't obvious, I'm a World of Warcraft player. I know you didn't see that one coming. Okay, so I used for inspiration of the ruins, the elven ruins from World of Warcraft. It just looks cool and it's all gonna be connected soon to another project, because once again, lore. On 5 different locations are these ruins, and there's one big ruin with a crystal in it, because, well, okay, no, I'm not gonna say it this time, but you can already guess the reason. Okay, we got the ruins now, so the first big ruin I made, I already did the leaves and the vines around, but I still need to do it around the other 4, so let's just do that now. I'm just gonna use spruce leaves since it's a spruce biome. Live, love, love spruce, quote of the day. And also I don't need to farm any spruce leaves because I have enough. Honestly, I don't even know where I want to place everything, so I'll just put leaves and vines on random places and call it a day. Okay, yeah, that's done. It looks good, so let's just move on to the next part, which is material gathering. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the material gathering of this was pushing me towards a burnout. See, most things weren't that bad, but the spruce leaves. That was not fun to farm. We'll get to that in a bit though. So I mainly needed wood and spruce leaves, dark oak stairs, slabs and trapdoors, and a bit of coarse dirt for the path. Now coarse dirt was pretty easy, just yeet dirt and gravel into a crafting table and there you go. For the wood I decided to make a wood farm, link to the wood farm also in the description. It's a pretty good one. I don't understand how redstone works, so don't ask me to explain how this farm works, because I just built it off a tutorial. I feel like this farm made the progress of farming everything in general much faster and easier, because not only does it give you wood, but it also gives you saplings. And I need a lot, because when breaking leaves with silk touch there is no way of getting saplings. So this farm was just here to make me wood and saplings. I'll tell you the routine of how I did things, it's a bit all over the place. So when farming spruce leaves I don't get the saplings, so at some point I'll run out of saplings. So I go to my wither skeleton farm for some bones, then I put the bones in the wood farm, I'll get wood and saplings, then I use those saplings to plant more trees to farm more spruce leaves, so the cycle continues until I got everything. And this same farming progress went on for hours and hours a day until I finally have everything. Lastly, I needed dark oak, which I decided to farm after I had all the spruce leaves. Dark oak was somewhat nice to farm, but that's probably because I have been farming leaves for hours that I was just happy to do anything else. If I'm right, I spent 185 days on just farming everything for this, and that's around 61 hours. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. Okay, I got everything ready. I took like a week break after I finished farming everything, but I'm back working on this. I think the best thing right now to do is build the path, which I already know where it's gonna be because, well, the creative planning exists. So let's just build the path real quick. I know I said real quick, but it still took me like 2.5 hours. I really underestimate how big this biome is. Okay, anyway, the path is in place, so it's time to start building. So I decided to first build the trees without the leaves, because before I want to place the leaves, I want to do a few things which you will see soon. I was also really thinking about if I should leave the torches on the ground to keep the biome mostly free from hostile mobs, and for now I choose to keep it like this. It's a bit weird to have a glowing biome, I know. Yeah, I just don't know what's the smart thing to do. Building the trees without the leaves wasn't really that difficult. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but for this I also did some creative planning, and I'm once again working off a schematic using Easy Place to make this project go faster and easier. Also, in case you want to know, this project took over 600 Minecraft days, so yeah, that's a lot. I can't really say a lot about this progress because it's just placing trees with no leaves and it looks a bit sad, like a dead forest. The trick to keep me going and not just ditch this project was making imaginary lines. For example, the path and the river are lines, and I also of course would make my own lines by just building trees in a little square and then filling the square and so on. So the next thing I want to do is get purple flowers and blue flowers. I have a swamp nearby for the blue ones, but I need a meadow with purple flowers, so it's the best if I just fly one direction and see if we run into one. I do remember once running into one back when I was farming glowstone in the nether for the ocean monument, and then I made like a portal at somewhere in the overworld, and I figured out I was like 20,000 blocks away from home, and then somewhere on my way home I found it, but I've just no idea where that is. Okay, well that's a meadow, but not the right one. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I don't know how much flowers I would need for this. I'll just make a farm and use 1 chest full of bone meal. Yeah, I'll see where that gets me. Okay, I have more than enough, I think. Or well, I hope, because I'm far from home and I really don't want to fly here again. Oh hey, I might as well just get some spore blossoms if I find a lush cave somewhere. Here we are. I'll just aim for as much spore blossoms as I can, and I'll see how far it will get me. And yeah, if I need more, I can always come back here or find a new lush cave. Okay, I mainly took the ones that were easy to get, and I have a decent amount, and I really hope it's enough. Okay, so I didn't plan this, but I actually really want to do this. I don't know why. So my plan is to basically bone meal this place and replace the yellow flowers with purple flowers and the red flowers with blue flowers. Because, I don't know, I think it's just gonna look really cool. I know I'm giving myself extra work here, but I really think this is going to be cool. So I'll just do this for a few hours and I'll see if it's worth it or not. I can confirm it was worth it, and you will of course see eventually why. It gives a bit of an overgrown and magical forest vibe to me because of the color combination I used. So when adding the spore blossoms to the biome, it will definitely finish the look, but so far I'm really liking this place. It's definitely a lot different from the ant build I have done, but this will just be such a cool place in this world. The only thing I'm really worried about is lightning striking this biome or endermen placing random grass blocks in the trees. It would be nice to turn off fire spreading to avoid this place burning down or mob griefing, but just gotta live with it. I did have to get some extra blue flowers during all of this. I got a lot of red flowers from bone mealing this place. Of course it's not that bad, but when you have to replace them with blue flowers, I can tell you that 4 choco boxes with blue flowers wasn't enough. Okay, well, we are done with that, and yeah, it looks really cool. Of course it's still a bit weird since all the trees look dead, but I will work on that in a bit. So I'll just start placing the spore blossoms, and I'm kind of afraid it's not gonna be enough, but I'll see. I was first thinking I'll place them everywhere in the biome to give it everywhere falling leaves effect, but I changed my mind. I'll just place them around the path and the ruins, since that's, you know, the places where you will at least look, I guess. I don't know. Okay, yeah, like I said, we ran out of spore blossoms, so let's just farm some more. I don't know if I hate doing this or not. Like, it's not that bad, but it's also kind of annoying. Alright, that's enough, I hope. Let's place them around the biome. And that's done. It looks really cool. I really like the effect spore blossoms give. So once again, I'm working off a schematic. It's just a lot easier, especially when working with the leaves of these trees. Let's talk about the trees though, because just like the dragons, I'm unable to build custom trees. I'm willing to learn at some point, but when looking for custom trees, I found these spruce trees and they were exactly what I imagined for this biome. Anyways, link in the description. My aim for this biome was for it to look very overgrown. When burning down this forest, I noticed how close the trees were to each other and how annoying it was to travel through this biome. So when rebuilding it with the custom trees, I wanted to give it the same vibe. Though I must say, it's a lot easier to travel through the custom version of this biome than the normal Minecraft version. So I'm pretty sure lightning struck once in one of the trees, but it didn't do much damage, so if it does ever strike, it will be hard to figure it out. Unless there's like a big part of the forest that's just burning. Also, it took around 120 Minecraft days to place all the leaves, so yeah, this was a lot of work. Okay, well, it's done. It took me way longer than I expected this entire biome to take, but at least it's done now. Oh yeah, by the way, I downloaded this cool mod, so now I got a cool fancy map. It looks pretty cool, even on the map. I got a few cinematic shots, I think you can call it that. But yeah, I got a few cinematic shots of this biome, so yeah, enjoy. Alright, and that will be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like and hit that fancy subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!